So, is it working? Howdy, guys. First off, before getting this, I'm not trying to sales pitch, but Mommy's new shirt, she told me to make sure I wear some. So I'm going to start wearing my clothes some on these videos, probably just in the house, but some. But, had a little visitor this weekend, and SOT Metalworks. Thanks, guys, for stopping by and hanging out at Dirt Perfects. They let us come over and hang out, too. But it's nice to see everybody in Officer Hoover and Excavate 320 and all that stuff. So it was nice seeing you guys this weekend. But anyways, let me dive into the video. I ain't showed y'all a video in a few days here, but we had to do a thing. The ACF, it's a Association for Consulting Foresters, come together, and these guys traveled from all over, and these are all the people that educated foresters. Are all daggone educated consultants, and they got like this. I mean, they're all college educated. They've been a bunch of them works for state, the state, Indiana, and some different state. I mean, it's big deal stuff. But anyways, we hosted it in Indiana. It's down here this year. So Herbaugh said, "Hey," he said, "why don't you do a little talk with one of the cutters?" I was like, "Are you kidding me?" And he goes, he said you talk good. He said you yak good. He said you'll do all right. And I was like, I don't know about all this, but anyways, but I did, and it turned out these guys, they was all into it, and they was asking questions, and they was making comments. It was great. It turned into great discussions, but I didn't cover it. But here I'm going to show some of what I did catch that day. But the stump speech, I didn't cover none of it because I don't know. I need to get better at that stuff, but I just get backwards at times. I don't record stuff like that when I should be, because it's actually great. It was a great thing. And this was all from people from Texas, Florida, New Hampshire, New York, Ohio, Illinois, Missouri, Montana, Tennessee, Texas, Kentucky. I said Tennessee. Tennessee, Kentucky, Georgia, Carolina. I never talked to anybody from Virginia, but I'm sure there's people there from Virginia too. But all over. ACF, look it up. But it was good, and I did good, and Big Daddy did good. We did good. And it was like, holy cow. And these wasn't kindergartners. These are all educated foresters that studies. Y'all listen to them. They'll talk for a half hour over a plant. They'll be, the so-and-so plant, the invasive over here, the invasive. But you get to talking about and some kind of bug, you get on a bug, and they'll talk about a bug forever. Daggone bug. Usually, that's the end of the bug. But no, these guys are serious. That's all I'm trying. I'm not trying to be a smarty pants. These guys are serious. These are the scientists that does this stuff. And it is amazing the fact that I didn't screw it up. There we go. So other than Titus, the only stimulation I got, the only visual stimulation I got, so I got some of I got to watch, because I got some pictures on here I can't share with you guys yet. But there's Cotton Top from the 2013, I believe, Starkville show. He was running that processor in the show. And there he is there again. Big Mama's taking pictures of it and stuff. But that turned out pretty daggone cool. But there's just a bunch of stuff that this pictures we had thrown together and stuff. I can't share that one with you. But the idea behind it is to show mechanical logging.
I have those signs.
Okay, well, I got that one ready. Hold your hand there. And I'll do this. Okay. So there they are. There's all the ones we can share with you all for right now, but the rest of them we can't share. But ain't that cool?
It looks awesome.
But I had too much of Brutus, and I wanted to. I had too much of Brutus, so and I wanted to share some Tiger Cat stuff.
Thank you for helping me. Oh, you're welcome.
Oh, Mommy was so good. She's that's Mommy's.
We realized we have no ink now.
Yeah, we've emptied out 3 printers doing this. 4 if you count my big one, my big plotter. So, But I wanted to get, we got some Tiger Cat bogies in the area I wanted to get, and I didn't get that. And there's some intermittent Quadcos running, some 2900s in the area running. Librings is running one, and of course Keegan's Cutter's a hot saw. There's a lot of us around here that's either hot saw or intermittent Quadco. And North Stems, they're running, Ron them's running Quadco intermittent. But there's a, and then I got the stuff from Cotton Top is the roller, the processing head, and then there's the dangle head. Nobody in our area has a dangle head. We're not in bad enough ground. But I should have got a hold of Stump and got some dangle head stuff. If I ever do that, I just didn't spend enough time getting prepared for this. I just kind of throw it together in one afternoon. So we end up with too much our junk on here and not enough everybody else's. But I wanted to get, because the thing that the foresters are wanting to cover for the landowners is kind of introduce them. Our area has not got a lot of mechanical logging in it. And it's, some landowners are nervous about it and, you know, just need to be introduced to it and stuff like that. But of course, their big things, equipment's big. Well, yeah, the equipment's bigger, but you got to market a little heavier in places and stuff like that than what we do now. But you got a lot more control over trees, so you can take better care of the canopy and stuff like that. There's tricks and methods to everything, you know. And so I mean, it ain't all. When we first got grapple skidders around here, I thought everybody was. Mom said when they first started logging, they first started using cable skidders. And she said, everybody was like, we need to park them, you need to park them things, go back to mules and stuff like that, or horses and stuff like that. And Mom said, oh my God. She said, everybody's happy that when we finally got cable skidders running around here, the people start getting paid for their timber. You know what I mean? She's like, you know, because we finally started moving enough production, there's finally starting to be a profit in it enough to where the landowner can make some money on his timber. And yeah, but they don't care about safer. Well, I mean, the landowner, I mean, nobody, if you ain't the one taking the chances, you don't really care about the safety of the guy working it anyways. But yeah, it's a lot safer for us guys that's doing the work. But anyways, they was making a big deal. You know, we first went to cable skidder. We need to get back to horses and stuff like that. And there were some rough operators. We first started logging with skidders. There were some rough operators come in the wrong time, mudded everything up, dug holes, and now, like cable skidders or cables and grapples and everything we're running in the area now, there's hardly any rutting, you know, because we can get so much done when it's time to log that we can not log at all when it's not time. Whereas before, you'd be out there at horses or skidders trying to run when it's too muddy to log, you know, and you're out there.
Conditions aren't favorable.
Yeah, when the unfavorable conditions are happening, you're still out there walking around. And you can do a lot with an LGP dozer and stuff like that, but then a lot of the insurance companies are on hand cutting and stuff like that a lot more anymore. And of course, the help ain't there too, you know. So you got that situation. And our industry's sucking the bottom of the barrel, you know. Timber industries is not a rich industry, it's a dying industry. A lot of it's from sentiment of people, you know, trying to shut the forest products are bad, you know, because you're deforestation. Well, this ain't deforestation, it's Sustainable Forestry Initiative. We've been doing this since, I've never seen it logged unsustainably in my career. You know what I mean? That's what the keynote, that was what the speaker today was going on about. You know, and he's like, he says back in the old days, he said when they practiced medical practice, you know, doctors had some pretty rough ways about them. You know, you amputate anything, anytime something went wrong, first thing you did is cut it off, amputate it. You know what I mean? And then hang leeches on them so they suck blood out and stuff like that. And you know, like every time you go to the hospital, you don't hear a doctor have to defend the way the medical practice used to be years ago. You know what I mean? But oh no, in our industry, we still have to defend the fact that what? Thank you. So anyways, thank you, boy. So anyways, you go to the doctor, you don't have the doctor, the first thing you don't do is pester the doctor about how they used to do shit 2 generations ago. You know? Pulled over there and we're waiting on the buses. There's the stave guy over there. You got a stave and stuff, and they're all over there working, getting stuff organized.
But this is Ann. This is. I gotta go record a few things.
Okay.
And the buses, they're parking over there, aren't they?
Well, that's true, but
When everybody comes in, or they got them moving them up there now?
they're parking in there.
This is the first group showing up. I don't know how excited everybody is about me recording anything.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, about 50,000 subscribers.
Wow, that's pretty cool. What are you talking about?
Just logging.
Logging? That's pretty neat. Check
The
it
way
out.
the algorithm works is one a day.
Huh.
YouTube wants you to put up one a day. That's why I asked the camera question. I've destroyed I don't know how many GoPros. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's bittersweet because of locking up bastards. You're like, well, yeah, I'll take that, you son of a buck. You know? And then you're like, oh, God, I got to buy another one now. Off my YouTube budget, or you kidding? But it's actually starting to get okay.
That's cool.
This old boy's from the news, from what's your newspaper?
Haley News Republican.
Haley News, and he come down here to hang out and kind of shoot some pictures and hopefully make an article of my phones. I think I see you. I've watched that. So then next thing you know, you're an hour into what the heck am I watching? What you got to mousetraps? Of course, I'm sure they say the same thing if they get hooked on my. I'm just watching a guy cut a tree down.
I watched another one. This guy had a 4-season tent. He could camp in the winter. Just had
Yeah.
it set up, had a stove in there and everything. It was just him just testing out in the backyard. And I was like,
Taking pictures and I'm taking videos.
yeah, I heard if you want to find out the right answer on the internet, you
Yeah.
post the wrong answer and everybody will tell you how you were wrong.
Yeah, I do that all the time. Like, if you post help, if you put help on a thumbnail, would love to tell somebody how to do something. Some guy, yeah.
Option for Denny is that one that I've used, like that issue of them falling into the residual trees. We come in with a skid loader with a little shears on it, just snip them off and you almost lay them down where you want them.
We didn't have a fair one on our farm.
Yeah.
What's the spacing after the thinning?
Ask him.
Yeah, so in here is I mean really this needs to be reduced to probably about 100 trees per acre. It's ready for what we would call is the second thinning. And that's why I flagged, this one's a decent tree, but if you see some of the flags, there's the pink flag, is on trees I put that I thought ought to be thinned. Not everybody's got their own thought, but that's just what I thought. Because like right there's a really good example. Did you see that really tall walnut? It's just kind of simple forestry, but you're going to look and grow your best, most valuable trees that grow the best on the site. And then thin out anything around that that's hurting that crop tree.
So the flags are the crop trees?
The flags are...
Tell you what color it is.
Yeah, the guys, there is some orange.
This is beautiful. I have to say that went pretty good. I didn't record none of it because I was afraid that I didn't want to make anybody aggravated. But I should have recorded like one of the doodads. We had 3 groups in the morning that was smaller groups because it's out of 1 bus, and in the afternoon they had 2 buses full with 3 groups. So it's pretty big groups in the afternoon. Bless you, child. But that went pretty daggone good. That's pretty slick. And I think the guy from the newspaper got what he needed, so that's pretty good. So thank you, Steve, for letting me have the opportunity to do that. Let me and Big Daddy have the opportunity to do that for y'all. What a bunch. Professional, managed timber. Gotta love her, bud. Thank you, guys. Have a good